Hello guys. It's about what, June 28th I think? Let me check. Yeah, June 28th. Been 2 weeks since I've gone to Oregon. And I visited, first time out of, I went to a border town of Progreso in Mexico, and that's technically out of state, but out of the country. But this is the first time out of the state within the country. Portland, Oregon, to see my nephew Brian graduate, and it's my brother's stepson. So did that and got to visit my brother, but I was sick, unfortunately. First time I got like upper bronchitis stuff in like 5 years. My asthma acted up. It was just horrible. Horrible week, and then I had to do online Spanish, which Spanish wasn't too bad, just I was feeling sick and out of town, so you're just like out of your environment. But it was my first flight ever. I've never flown in an airplane. So I tried to record some of that, and they didn't let us during takeoff and landing, so I would have done that.
It's Saturday, June 7th. Right now I'm sick with the flu, kind of. Not really, not strep, no flu, but kind of like upper respiratory infection, bronchitis almost. And I feel sick, but tomorrow, after I go to my Uncle Fred's, I'm going to see my nephew Brian graduate, and I've never flown on a plane. It's my brother's stepson in Oregon, so it should be interesting. I would like it if I was feeling a little bit better, so we'll see if it's like Castaway Flight and that Jeff Bridges movie rolled into one. Worst comes to worst, I land somewhere on an island and be like Lost. Maybe I'll meet Slade Wilson and train. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing right now, and hopefully I feel a bit better. Working on that in the Spanish online. See how that goes. Right now, I feel a bit better for my respiratory bronchitis stuff. Uncle Fred's watching Da Vinci Code on TNT. And tomorrow is the first time ever that we'll fly an airplane. So we'll see if it's like Flight mixed in with that Jeff Bridges film and Castaway. Hopefully not like non-stop.
Wireless functions may not be used in flight. If you have a personal device that has both cellular and Wi-Fi capabilities, please disable the cellular function. For more information about GoGo in-flight internet, check your seat back pocket or log on to the GoGo in-flight portal.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't remember. It's something ever.
But the reason why you don't see that much stuff is I started to think society, everyone nowadays, we film everything, but do we really experience the events in our lives we film? I mean, the reason why I film is so I can relive it. But then you kind of get like a half-assed blurry video where you're just like, because you're not paying attention to what you're filming, you're kind of like in the middle of two things. So you kind of miss out on both experiences. It's almost like a concert. Instead of just like enjoying the concert, you like film it and it's good, but then you look back at it and it's just like, that's shit. I wish I would have like enjoyed the concert a bit more. And it's funny because I've been thinking of that, and then I saw Walter Mitty, and there's one scene with Sean Penn and him, and you know what I'm talking about with the camera, and he decides not to take the photo and just to take in the moment, because taking that photo of something would ruin the moment. And it was kind of the same with this. I wanted to just basically experience this trip out of town, my first flight, without filming too much of it or just documenting every little thing. Because otherwise I wouldn't enjoy it and I wouldn't really take it in. And technology is the future. I can see us going online, tablets, learning the alphabets, but like it's scary where you see some babies trying to move a magazine like an iPad and it doesn't move. They're trying to interact with it. And it's not bad, but like if you watch movies like Her, I keep on wondering, like the more we film, the more we just kind of document ourselves, take selfies. I mean, I take selfies, but it's more for like my mother, but like, you know what I mean? People document every aspect of their lives that they forget to live it. It's almost like they create a virtual life on top of that. And I feel we become more disconnected. I feel like we're getting towards a future like Her where like everybody's going to be with their cell phones, technology, filming stuff, but we're not going to be experiencing and living life. And in the long run, not in our lifetimes possibly, or in our next generations, or children's, but like the generation after theirs, there may be a much more cold generation. They're going to be cold as humans, emotionless. They're not going to have that interaction between individuals. And, I don't know. I just feel like in life you have to live. Experience stuff and live. So there's some stuff with the bus stop there. And I made like a little short and it was nice, but I didn't use my camcorder. Plus, bringing it through customs and security and the GoPro wasn't too bad. I was actually expecting the machine from Total Recall, that little black one, was just like do-do-do-do-do, and then you had to let it crash through. But that didn't happen. But meanwhile, on another note, that From Dusk Till Dawn competition I entered, I received a poster on the way back. So now I've framed it, and it is right. It's let me look. I'm sorry, guys. I have it on the tripod right here. There's a glare, but it was signed, and now it's there. And I'm rearranging my Blu-rays. And there's the movies. But, yeah. I recently... Sorry, I'm out of the camera here. Hold on a minute. We're going to readjust. Yeah, I recently just had a place... it's a little bit late finding a place to live in, but I found the block... I was originally wanting to live in Rio 25, but it was sold out, which kind of upset at me, but... I just wanted a place to live, you know. Adobe, I wasn't going back there because of all the cockroaches, the service, the food. It was shit compared to what we were paying for, where you could pay that much. And I almost went to Rio 21. Either place I chose, I had to get my own furniture, which is not bad. But the good thing is it's a private bathroom, private room. Even though there's 4 of the roommates in the room, then one living common area, I have my own room, which is nice. And a nice bathroom. I don't have to share. I'd be in the little bitty one. It'd be like a personal room, get Time Warner cable. Could catch up on Boardwalk Empire. It's nice. But, it was either 28th Pearl, which is not bad, but it'd be a really far distance, and I have an 8 o'clock in the morning theater arts class, which is not bad. I can get up that early for theater arts. Better than biology in my freshman year, or my sophomore year, but my first year at UT. And, what is it? It was that and the 23rd Pearl. I chose 23rd Pearl because it's in the middle, West Campus, right next to Pluckers. I can walk, it'd be like in the middle of everything. So that's nice. It'd be in the Block 23 Pearl this year, so it should be nice. Be close enough to French House and 21st Co-op. There's always something interesting going on there. But, I'm also thinking of entering in a contest. I could submit a film. I have a short. I don't know if I'm going to redo Love Bites in like a silent film thing, or I may make an original film based on my hit idea from the fall. I used my friend Yvonne as like a demo thing. I may do it with me filming, get my nephew maybe to help me out for a 3-minute short. I want to do something new for Project Greenlight. I mean, I may not have a chance, but you never know unless you try. I mean, the worst that could happen is that, oh, you don't win, but you have an extra film you made on your belt. You can put on your Vimeo page or YouTube. So we'll see how that goes. Right now, I'm almost done with Spanish 3 online. I did good on my midterm, got an 80. If I get through this, then I can basically do Spanish 4 online and be done August 15th and have a week before moving back to Austin, which is not bad. I would have got done for UTLA in the fall, but I just wasn't sure. And I'll go through with it, but I'm kind of having second feelings about it. It's not bad in LA, but after hearing El Rey Network is going to be in Austin, there's a lot of opportunities there. And I still may look at that and try to find Troublemaker Studios on my own during the fall. Like, physically track down the studio and find it. But I don't know. I just want a chance to, like, intern or interview, you know. And, oh yeah, in my time in Portland, Oregon, I went to that Powell's bookstore, that 4-story one. It's nice. There's some weird parts there. My mom thought they were graphic novel comic books and, like, how to draw. Like, those aren't drawn books. What type of superhero is that? It's like a gay dude, like a muscular dude, like Batman animated series muscular is like a gimp.
The complete,
I thought it was to draw comics or something.
draw comics and these type of comics and these type of comics. And yeah, that's what it does.
But I digress. I got Rebel Without a Crew by Robert Rodriguez. This is the most influential book, and it's even more strange because I'm at University of Texas in Austin, and he was the same age I am right now in this book. And it's just weird because some of the same people are there. Charles Mearsburg, Mims, different people, and it's just weird because he's talking about the process of the film courses, and you're going through the same thing, you know? So it's reassuring that somebody else has gone through what you're going through right now, you know what I mean? They've already gone through it. It's just a learning process, but it just shows that you're not alone. And El Mariachi is on right now with El Rey Network. They have that in Desperado, and it's pretty good actually. I love El Rey Network and the what is it? Gunslingers and Desperados marathon or something. I'm trying to remember. Well, that film is still a great film, and it really goes to show that it doesn't matter what you have in life, but what you do with what you have in this life. And that's what Robert Rodriguez did. He had a turtle, had this much money, Carlos Guardado. He met the mariachi in UT, and he just basically did that, the research at the research facility, being a test subject, and then made his movie. So, it's great. I mean, I feel that film school, besides a degree, it's great because you get some experience, and there's certain things you do learn that you don't learn on your own, or vice versa. But I don't like sticking to the rules too much, and I found it funny. I watched The Directors of John Carpenter, and I don't mean to sound like an egotistical, pretentious prick over here, but John Carpenter said that in his film class, day one, they said that 99% of the students wouldn't make it in anywhere in the field. And that very same thing was said in mine. Good thing I'm not the 99%, I'm that 1% that is going to make it. And John Carpenter supposedly had the same idea, which I find interesting. I feel good that I have that thought process. It made me feel good thinking about Quentin Tarantino, how he writes movie scenes with music. And I kind of do that. I didn't know about him doing that. I mean, you can see it in his films, obviously, but I find it very interesting how brilliant people think alike and creative people have a certain wavelength they all share. So when you find individuals to work with, it's very, very fortunate. And it was great. I mean, it was great. I just wish I could help my friend Kenneth and Phil a bit more in the fall and stuff than I did. But it was a great experience, and I wouldn't mind working more with Kenneth and Yvonne in the future and just all our projects. I need to start doing some projects, but Oregon was not bad. Oregon was so fucking weird, though, that it made Austin seem like a conservative, normal town. They're really weird. I mean, they're out there, but I kind of found it funny because it's like Portland. Keep Portland weird, and it's like keep Austin weird, but like Portland is really weird. Really weird. Even though the homeless guy tried to attack our tour bus, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" I was almost to tell him, like, get a job and kick him out, but oh my gosh. Dear Lord. But I did find this awesome place called Big Town Hero. It's like an Italian place. I got like a Dr. Pepper glass bottle. That was awesome. Too bad I was sick though. I didn't really enjoy it. But my brother did love the new Robocop, and it was okay. But like that movie was a piece of shit compared to the original. I'm sorry. I have to break my silence. That movie, the new Robocop, was a piece of fucking steaming pile of shit compared to the original. I just had to say it right there. I know it's too much language and all this stuff, but I just have to say it right now that the original Robocop, the new one has nothing on it, and the suit was horrible. But the worst of all, not the special effects. The way Murphy was, I just did not like Murphy at all. The wife's acting was wooden, and like Murphy was just like, yeah, I'm Robocop. Yo, you're corrupt. And he's like, the way he was talking, I felt like he was a punk. This should have been like the bad Robocop, and then Peter Weller should just came in and like blew his head off or something. Like I really wish, but me personally, I mean, people get too picky on movies. I feel like plot holes and stuff. But which, speaking of which, plot holes didn't start until Dark Knight Rises came out, and really, what plot holes does it really have? I mean, that you don't have to think. Like, you really have to think it through. And once you do that with your own mind and fill in the gaps, it makes sense. And plus, I think most people who complain about that movie failed to like and watch Batman Begins. Because if you watch Batman Begins, that movie makes perfect sense. I think it's just like the hard... people who had a hard-on on Dark Knight and decided to watch Dark Knight Rises. Like, this isn't like Dark Knight. This isn't Heath Ledger's Joker. Watch Batman Begins. It's called Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy for one reason. Because it's about the Dark Knight. Whether he's Bruce Wayne or he's in the bat suit. I digress. Anyways, that was interesting, and it was nice meeting some of the in-laws, and seeing my brother for the first time in like 2 years. I saw him briefly when my aunt passed away. And then really since 2010. I've been trying to get on a diet. It's been pretty good so far. No, not really, because I look sideways and it's like it's not good. But I was looking at my Bond 50 set, thinking of watching the James Bonds, but yeah, that was an interesting experience, and I didn't get scared in the flight. I felt like I got an adrenaline rush. Like I was in the Millennium Falcon, like, okay, Chewie, let's go, and just start doing crazy flight maneuvers, you know? It was great. And by the way, Chen Gang in 1974 is pretty good listening to, and so is Creed Higher. But like, Tell Me is good. It's kind of hot right now, and I'm kind of coughing. I had some brisket, but saw X-Men, that was great, but I'm kind of behind on my Perdition and Timeless films. I'm thinking of doing Sleepwalking, but I may do it in the far. The way I'm doing it later, and then I'm kind of falling behind on the second draft of The Collective. And part of it's because I'm not in the mood to write right now. I've been doing Spanish, and plus I'm not in my vampire mood. That was a very hard script. Like, it was good. And, how to explain this? The vampires are there, but they're like more demonic entities, and like crazy stuff happens, and they're not your usual vampire. But the guy's basically like a nerd / dork. Like he's like a damsel in distress. He's not like a main hero until the third act. So like it's kind of hard writing that. My other vampire scripts have always been through the eye of the vampire. Which, speaking of which, Anne Rice's Prince Lestat comes out in the fall. I'm going to read that. I'm going to read Trevor Munson's Guardian Angel. That was from Moonlight. And I'm going to buy From Dusk Till Dawn Season 1 on September 16th. And I'm going to buy X-Men Days of Future Past and Captain America. And that's it for now. But yeah, it's just people, I feel, don't experience life fully, you know? And that's just what I really wanted to say in this chapter. I show my experiences, but like, it's just, you record, document everything, but really, I mean, it's okay to document and relive it if it's done right, or just like certain events, birthday parties, it's always been done, but like, every single little thing, I mean, that's what this documentary is kind of like for me right now. And it's funny seeing people look at me weird while I'm talking into this AVC HD camcorder that's recording me right now. And like, what does that guy do? It's like, I'm just talking to myself. And, yeah. I didn't have the GoPro charge. I'm going to test that, but, first flight was pretty great. I got back in Texas and the Spurs won the championship. That was awesome. Now I'm back, finishing Spanish. I need to get my last transcript from Coastal Bend to Midland, so hopefully nothing bad happens. Like, I don't get dropped from the class or anything. Knock on wood, I don't. But, wood, stronger piece of wood. But, yeah. I'm in Spanish 4, and then I'm done with foreign language. And I do advanced directing, creative non-fiction documentary, theater, and advanced editing, so it should be nice. and catch up with some of my peers when I get back. So, I feel really confident this year. I may do the LA program. I'm kind of a second doubts, but I'll go through with it. But I'm going to get back in shape. And I don't know if I'm going to be Freddy Krueger or Smallville Superman for Halloween. I may be both, but I'm leaning towards Wolverine this year, or maybe Zorro. I'm thinking of being Zorro. But I could also be Wolverine. Or maybe Raziel from Legacy of Kain. But, not bad. I have a feeling this year, this third year, second years are always bad for me, even in high school. That's when I was in the hospital. But I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good. So the next chapter, after all the events and Failure Dreams, and then First Flight, you're going to see a special chapter that's basically a reintroduction to myself as an individual. And that would be around August 10th or 11th. So stay tuned for that chapter. That is one you need to watch. If you don't watch any other chapters on From Dreamer to Director, besides Dreamers, you need to watch Dreamers, where I interviewed Phil Stive, Nader Ibrahim, and Yvonne Avai. You need to watch that, and they interview me, and it's good. But you need to watch that, because I'm going to just lay everything on the table, my experiences, and where I plan to go in the future on this last act of From Dreamer to Director. We're getting towards the end, and it's weird. I recently rewatched all the videos, and it's weird seeing yourself younger, a little bit skinnier, like glasses are a little crooked. But I was in this very chair, and I felt a little bit more shy back then than I do now. It's weird. It's weird seeing yourself transform, but that's what I wanted to do. Through all the good and bad times, see how you transform as an individual and in your craft. So hopefully we bring more of the craft part of it this semester. And
Yes, please.
Oh crap, I'm swarming.
You may now use approved electronic devices. You will find more information about the electronic devices in the back of the American Way magazine located in your seat pocket. In-flight Wi-Fi service is offered on this. Be sure that your seat backs are upright and your tray tables are secured. Make sure that all cameras.
Recording right now, but just hold it. Okay, so right now, the prize just started. Okay.
Well, I can't get your whole length wide. There.
Or you just put it up now. Let's do it vertical.
Here, Honda. Something special today. Your Central Texas dealers.
Sure.
Whether you love the Spurs or you hate the Heat, a lot of people were happy to see San Antonio win the NBA championship last night. About 18 million. In fact, television ratings for last night's game was 10%
I guess it did weigh 2 pounds.
NBA Finals last year. Spurs fans will get another chance to celebrate with their team win. San Antonio playing away for 6 p.m. and celebrate.
Is it more than one?
At 9 p.m.
Oh, don't bend
know.
the.
It here says, oh cool, Fred Lopez, thank you for entering. He's drawn. And a little bit rough around the edges, but not bad. Signed by the entire cast and crew.
Wow.
So we're gonna have to get a frame.
Cool.
Okay, you can stop. That is too cool.
from Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think this is
Seth
his
and
signature.
Chieko.
I
Yep.
think, yeah, that's his.
In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think she's mentally ill. I sat down with Carrie before the father.
That's that. We'll see how it is and where we're going to go here after this chapter in the future. Hope everyone's doing great out there. This is Frederick Lopez signing out.